Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I filmed a video the other day on 5 different products that I do not buy at Sephora, and a lot of you guys seem to like that video, and I am so glad. I had so much fun filming it, and I've been loving reading the comments and just chatting with you guys. So I'll link it in the description box below if you guys missed it, but a lot of you wanted to kind of see the opposite of that video, and I figured the opposite would be products that I always buy at Sephora or products that I keep repurchasing from Sephora, and instead of just focusing on categories, I thought I would do more specific examples. So today I'm chatting about high-end products from Sephora that I keep buying, whether they are repurchases because I love the product and I have to have it in my collection, or I've tried one shade and I've purchased multiple shades. But essentially they're high-end makeup products that I keep spending my money on. So they are good products, they're worth the hype, they're worth the money, and I'm going to share them with you guys in today's video. So I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you let me know in the comments below all about products that you will spend your money on when it comes to products from Sephora or higher end makeup products that are a little bit more expensive, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Otherwise, let's jump into it and I'll show you guys what I got. So let's start with blushes and highlighters. So these aren't necessarily products that I run out of, that I run out and repurchase, because highlighters and blushes last forever, but they're more the category where I tried one and I've purchased multiple shades. So I feel like that's when I know the product is worth the money, if I'm willing to spend my money on it again in a different shade to have in my collection. So I'll kick it off with highlighters. This is a product that I tried a few years ago and I fell in love with the formula, and I've purchased multiple colors or multiple shades, and that doesn't happen very often when it comes to high-end highlighters because they are expensive and I have a lot of affordable favorites. But I will say that the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector is my favorite high-end highlighter formula. It's just so smooth and pigmented and beautiful, and the shades are absolutely gorgeous on the cheeks. So ever since I purchased Opal, I just had to try more of them. So this is a great high-end highlighter option. It is a little bit more expensive, but the actual formula is so beautiful. I haven't really tried anything that's exactly the same as this, and I just love it. It's my go-to highlighter formula because it's really easy to use. The colors look great with all different makeup looks and on all different skin tones, and I definitely recommend them. I recently tried the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blushes for the first time. I actually kicked off my collection with 2 shades. I got Ethereal Glow and Dim Infusion, and I love both of these so much. It took me so long to bite the bullet and spend the money on them because they are pretty expensive, and I'm not the biggest blush person. I feel like, a lot of days I don't wear blush. I just go in with bronzer and I'm good to go. But I like these because they're more on the subtle side. So I actually find myself using them a lot, which, I feel like the only way that I really spend my money on high-end blushes these days is if I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of them. So I kind of kicked off my collection with 2 shades, and I've only purchased 1 more, but I'm definitely going to add more of them to my collection in 2018. Another blush that I cannot stop spending my money on is from Tarte Cosmetics, and this is the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. I have a couple of shades in my collection. I've decluttered a few over the years, but this was actually my very first high-end blush formula that I've ever tried, and that was years and years ago. So the fact that I'm still buying them, that I keep adding them to my collection, just goes to show that I love this formula. I think it's very beautiful. The shades are very pigmented, but they also stay in place really well throughout the day. And then this year I did try their Blush Bazaar Amazonian Clay blush palette, and I felt like the formula was the exact same as the full-sized blushes. So I'll have to wait next year and see what they come out with. I think that I'm set for a little while. When it comes to a high-end blush, I think I'll end up going the Hourglass route instead of the Tarte route this year, but I do love these blushes and I've purchased them a ton in the past. So these are a great option as well. The Kat Von D Lock It Powder Foundation is something that I honestly cannot stop spending my money on. It's a product that I love so much. I just discovered it in 2017, and I think that I've already repurchased it. I want to say 4 or 5 times. I go through this product so quickly, and I just haven't been able to find a good affordable alternative. I love this powder so much. It's the best powder that I've ever tried. If you're looking for a powder to add coverage but also lock your foundation into place without looking powdery on the skin, this is going to be the best option for you. I love a super full coverage look. So no matter what liquid foundation I go for, I always set it with this powder foundation when I want a really flawless look, because it locks my liquid foundation into place, it keeps my skin from getting too oily, and it doesn't look powdery or cakey or heavy on the skin. It looks really flawless. Of course, if you guys have been around my channel for a while, you might know that my most repurchased foundation is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. This is my go-to full coverage foundation, and no matter what foundation I try, no matter what foundation I fall in love with, I always end up going back to this one. It's just like my go-to. It gives my skin a really full coverage, flawless look, and it's so easy to use at this point for me. So this is my go-to. I've purchased it, I don't even know, like just a lot. so many times that I cannot even count at this point, but it's something that I'll keep spending my money on for sure. This is not exactly a makeup product, but it's kind of like an accessory for me because it is something that I've purchased multiple times. It is the GrandeLASH Lash Enhancing Serum, and I love this product so much. I used to be the biggest false lash effect, what am I saying? I started listing off a mascara, the biggest false lashes addict in the entire world. I just loved them so much, and I felt like, I don't know, like I kind of looked weird without them because I always wore them, and I just thought they kind of completed my eye look. And I guess there are days when I miss them just because they're so big and beautiful, and if you mess up your eyeshadow and you throw them on, everything just kind of like looks pulled together. But I don't miss applying them, and they always irritated my eyes, and they just kind of felt heavy on my eyelids. So I started using this lash serum back in March, and I've repurchased it. This is my third bottle, I think, and I will continue to spend my money on it because it's made my lashes just look thick and voluminous and dramatic, and obviously they don't look like false lashes, but I feel like they look so much longer and just more voluminous than, you know, my regular lashes did. So I'm really thankful for this product because I saved myself so much time and money not buying and re-wearing and, you know, taking the time to glue on false lashes, and comfort. Like this is so nice because I don't have anything weighing down my eyes. It's just all around a good product, and it is a little bit more on the expensive side, but if you wear a lot of false lashes or you get eyelash extensions and things like that, it's actually going to save you money in the long run because it lasts for, they say 3 months, but honestly, I would say they last probably like 4 months, which isn't that much longer than 3 months, but when you're spending a lot of money, it does count. So there is one high-end mascara that I will spend my money on. Other than this mascara, I don't foresee myself purchasing any high-end mascaras in 2018, unless some brand creates like the most amazing mascara that I feel like I have to have or I have to try. I'm really only going to stick with affordable or drugstore options, other than the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I've repurchased this a bunch of times because it's such a good mascara. It makes my lashes look thick and dramatic and voluminous, and it just almost makes it look like I'm wearing false lashes or like I have a little extra help, like maybe some individual lashes, because it makes my regular normal lashes just look so dramatic and voluminous. So over the years, I have tried out a bunch of different eye primers, but the one that I keep buying is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, just the original version. Really any of them, but when it comes to the Urban Decay Primer Potion, I just feel like it's like my reliable eyeshadow primer. Like I'll try some, I'll like them, I'll enjoy them, I'll finish them up. I might not even have this one in my collection at all times, but if I'm completely out and I have to like run out to the store and buy one, this is the one that I always buy. I am a big fan of this one. It's a pretty simple product, but I just had to include it because I've purchased it multiple times over the years. So I have 2 different palettes, or I guess palette lines or palette collections to share with you guys that I keep buying. So the original came out, I tried it, I loved it so much, and whenever they release, you know, another palette to the collection, I usually end up grabbing it. So the first line is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar line. I love these palettes so much. I actually don't have all of them, which I thought I did, but then I was thinking about it. They have released a white chocolate bar palette, which I did not buy, and they also released like chocolate chip palettes, which I didn't buy as well. But in general, when they release a chocolate bar palette, I have to have it. I love these so much. I purchased the original many years ago and I fell in love with it. I just think it's such a good palette. So after that, I bought the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, the Chocolate Bonbons palette, and then I just added the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette to my collection a few weeks ago. The Chocolate Bar line is just one of my favorites because they include mainly neutral eyeshadows. You get a good mix of matte shadows and shimmer shadows, but in general, when they release a new chocolate bar palette, I spend my money on it because I really enjoy the previous palettes. I like the line. I just like everything about it. So these are some of my favorites. And then of course the other line is the Urban Decay Naked line. I enjoy these palettes so much and I keep buying them. So I have Naked 1, Naked 2, Naked 3, Naked Smoky, and then my newest palette is the Naked Heat palette. I did have the Naked Basics palettes and then, you know, whatever they kind of released as part of the line, but in general, like the original like 12 pan Naked palettes are the ones that I'm drawn to. I just really enjoy them. And Urban Decay's Naked Heat, which is the newest addition to their line, is just like the best Naked palette that I've personally tried. So what palette collection out there is like your palette collection? Like when they release a new palette, you're instantly drawn to it, you're instantly going to grab it. And then finishing up with two different liquid lipstick formulas that I keep buying. So the first one is from Stila Cosmetics. This is their Stay All Day liquid lipstick. And I do have a few of the full-sized liquid lipsticks, but in general, I usually buy the minis because they release so many different mini sets. They have some during the holidays, they have trios available randomly, and I like the minis because they last forever. It takes me so long to finish up a lip product in general because I have so many in my collection, but even if I was to wear it pretty often, it still takes me a good amount of time. So I love buying the mini liquid lipsticks just because they last forever, and then that way you get to try out a bunch of different colors. I think that this liquid lipstick formula is amazing. I would purchase the full size, but I love that they offer a mini version just so you don't have to spend the money on like single full size liquid lipsticks. And the other brand is Smashbox. These are their always on liquid lipsticks. I have quite a few of these and I will say that they've sent me a bunch of them in PR, but I've also purchased them multiple times because I like the formula so much. I just think it's a very thin, lightweight formula and they have some really pretty colors to choose from. I usually go to Stila when I want like more of a natural or nude shade, and I reach for Smashbox when I want a little bit more of like a bright or bold shade. Okay guys, that is the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave me a comment below, either sharing your most repurchased high-end makeup products, or if they're products that you don't repurchase because they're like a blush or a bronzer or highlight and you don't go through them really quickly, share which products you've purchased once and then purchased multiple shades of because you've enjoyed it so much. I would really love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.